Hey Ron, Luke and Nick here doing the SugarLearning sprint review. With us, we have Jake, Sam, and Adam. So let's jump into it. This is Sprint Review 179 Review and Retro and Sprint 180 Forecasting. The sprint goals were just maintenance. SugarLearning is in maintenance mode, so it's just been Nick kind of keeping an eye on the logs and making sure nothing blows up. And we've made it 5 weeks so far with nothing blowing up, which is very good. We take a quick look. It was Nick and Christian did a bit of time on this just because Christian had a few bits and pieces he needed to finish before he sort of offboarded on SugarLearning. And then it was just Nick maintaining some visibility over those Raygun and App Insights telemetry logs for the remaining sprint. We have got a backlog view. So these were the PBIs that were in there. As you can see, these are the couple of things that Christian needed to finish off. And then the main one was just monitoring of those logs. All of those are done. We have the most amazing burn down chart you've ever seen, 100% completed. Love to see it. And code coverage has had no change because there's been no active development on SugarLearning. So we're still sitting at a static 25%. We had one deployment back in the 11th of June that went out to Australia and China. App health looks pretty good. So the first one we're looking at here is the Australian logs. These are quite high because, again, we had a 5-week period that we had to cover. So we've done a bit of back of the napkin math here to break it down. We had a total of sort of 96 authenticated users over those 5 weeks, which went up from 80 authenticated users. We had a total of 142 unique visitors, up from 95, but it's not really an apples to apples comparison because of the sprint length differences. So we've kind of averaged those out to give you a bit more of an apples to apples comparison. We went from about 10 users to about 4 users. And then from about 9 users to about 3-ish users, I don't know, it's 2.7, approximately 3 users per day. This is our old dashboard, which we are going to phase out. I'm honestly not even sure why we haven't phased it out yet. It seems to be just one of those things that we need sign off to be able to do, but here it is. It doesn't really tell us anything that the other dashboard does not tell us. But we had a bit of
just for example, in
Yep.
the errors in pink just above.
Yep.
So the file request there. Now go to the one above. Can I see the errors clearly and where?
That would be this middle one, I believe, right here. This just gives us a more detailed breakdown of what those errors are, whereas the old dashboard just gives us a sum. So this one is actually better.
Really? And Nick, do you agree that's better?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Maybe a little bit biased though, considering I created it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I see no reason to keep this around. Neither does Nick. I think we just ditch it, but it's here as a vestigial screenshot from days gone by.
I think. Can I just quickly see the unique sessions? See the unique sessions on the left there, so you can see them.
Yeah.
Go up. So can we see that?
We have the same. We have the same thing up here. Unique users, right? Authenticated and unique.
And the advantage of that one is that it excludes the availability tests, which is why the figure is less than 800.
Oh, I see. Okay. I think I would prefer 2 bar charts rather than them combined on top of each other because it's very hard to see which one is bigger or smaller than the other one. Like if there's 2 lines going across.
We can tweak this, but I still see absolutely no reason of keeping this one around.
Yeah. All right. So
So
if we can get some of these things fixed, then we can remove it.
I have 1 minute till I have to bounce, so we're going to speed run the rest of it. Okay.
All right.
This is the same thing, but for China. I'll just zoom out a bit. So this is where we saw that massive spike in API requests for China. But there's not much to report to here. We did get 1 authenticated user up from 0. Hooray. But we had unique users down from 3 to 1. This is the warning I've put in about how we noticed that there was a massive spike in the number of API requests and how we're not tracing IP addresses. More on that for the sprint forecast, because that's a recommended action. Product roadmap, no change because we've had no developers on it. R&D, no, because we've had no developers on it. Sprint retro, site continues to function despite the script probing, which is pretty cool. Nothing blew up, even though we had that massive spike in requests. Nothing went bad because there was no active work. The only improvement is let's add some resources onto SugarLearning to fix that just as a small piece of work, and then it can go back into maintenance mode. Okay. I know we're flying through this, guys, but I'm very sorry about that, but we're just going to push on. Sprint forecast for 180. I'm going to continue Nick's work in monitoring SugarLearning just for a day-by-day basis. There is another thing here to chat to the Benchmasters about putting someone, hi Jake, onto this, and hi Sam, onto this for the IP address logging. But right now we just have a single PBI, which is monitor the logs, and that is assigned to me until such a time as we actually commit some additional resources. That's our sprint review and our sprint forecast. I hope you have no questions because we have no time for it. I will just finish off by saying you can find this video and all previous sprint reviews on our SSW SugarLearning channel. 32 subscribers, golden YouTube plate incoming any day now. We will see you all in the next one. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Cookie. Hope you can do as good a job as Nick.